Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Long Dark and As the Dead Sleeps Challenge. We are currently in Coastal Highway, and we are headed towards Desolation Point to get one of the graves. We have just the Desolation Point and the Timberwolf Mountain grave to go. We're doing pretty well. I think we're on day about 9 or so. A little bit slower than a previous run that we had, but there's no time limit in this challenge, really, and if you're watching this is definitely not a bad run, except for a few little mistakes here and there, but otherwise we're doing pretty well. We have plenty of food, plenty of water, plenty of supplies, so we're in good shape to finish this run out. We are going to go ahead and continue now and head towards Desolation Point. I think we just woke up in the morning, we did. We've already looted. We're at Misanthropes, or Misanthropes, however you want to pronounce it. So we're going to try and see if we can't head out. I think the one thing we don't have is a lot of torches, but that's alright. Let's see. We have, yeah, it looks like 3 torches. So we'll have to find a spot, make a fire, get some more torches at some point here, but right now we're okay. We're doing pretty good on all our meters. Let's go ahead and just eat some cattails. We got plenty of food, over 100 cattails until I eat some of these, so we'll go ahead and get some of these eaten, just to kind of fill up our stomach and lose a little bit of weight. Not that we're overweight, but never hurts to be a little lighter. So we just got to get through Crumbling Highway into Desolation Point. We've used 2 stims so far, and we have 1 left. We also have the stim in Desolation Point to grab, and there should be another stim in the mine on the way to Pleasant Valley. Remember, this is before the DLC, so we still have all the old stim spawns and everything. Let's go ahead and, sounds pretty cool, calm out there, so let's see what it's like weather-wise. Okay, well, there's the bear right there, so we'll have to be a little bit wary of him, but other than that, a little chilly, but not horrible. So if we just kind of stick to the side of the island a little bit, we should be fine. He is going the way we're going, but he's a whole lot slower than us. Even when we're exhausted, you walk faster than the bear. The only time he's really faster than you is when he rears up and charges at you. Then you're pretty well out of luck. So I just want to try and keep a little bit of distance. I want to keep my eye on him as much as possible, though. I do have the flare pistol. So for some reason, yeah, he's kind of circling, which I'm not thrilled about. I don't know if we can sneak around him 100% or not, but if we have to, we can shoot him with the flare pistol. Let's see if we can avoid that. We'll just come out here towards the coast a little bit farther. And we should be fine. He should be over there by that point. Maybe he hasn't even rounded the point yet. But we're going to want to get up here as far as we can and probably make a fire. We're already cold. That bear's way back there, so we're good there. Let's go ahead and get a torch lit here in a little bit. We're going to have to start a fire. Get a little bit warm. Let's see if we can't start it over by this rock. I think that's well out of his patrol range. the wind is kind of coming this way. Alright, book. Okay, let's go get this started. We'll drop some teas, warm up a little bit, and then head into Crumbling Highway.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Crumbling Highway, you do have to be worried about some wolves. We're just going to head over to this side in case the bear does actually come over here. And we have the fire between us and him, and I think we have. Let's drop these teas here. What are we doing on water? Doing okay on water. Okay. I guess we can cook some teas. Gotta reset these. So you reset them so they won't burn. Now, if you just drop them and leave them there, they get hot, and then it says, like it normally does, however many minutes till burnt. But when you reset them, they just stay warm. And I don't know, there's some debate whether that's intended or whether that's a glitch. But that's just kind of how it works, so I don't know if that's technically an exploit. But Hinterland hasn't changed it for years and years and years, so we're going to go ahead and grab torches because we want torches. I'll try and carry this fire with us as long as possible. These are not good torches, unfortunately. These are horrible torches. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and get going. So the bear kind of comes up near those cottages and then comes up here to the road and goes back.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
There aren't any wolves in this area here, so we'll be safe until we get into Crumbling Highway, and then there's several wolves in there. We're not going to loot all of Desolation Point. We'll probably hit the lighthouse for the stem for sure. And get the grave and maybe warm up in the Riken if we need to. But other than that, I think that's probably all we're going to hit. And we'll just head back into Coastal and head straight towards the mine after that. We'll probably have to stop in the Quonset or something to warm up, but so you always want to be careful in Crumbling Highway. Like I said, there's, depending on the difficulty level, I think 2 to 4 or 5 wolves in here. For a transition zone, it sure seems to have quite a few wolves. Usually they're mostly down on the ice, but every now and then you'll find them up here. I've found them all the way up towards the rocks. So you just got to be a little wary of them. There is a cave. There's a couple caves. One down on the ice, and one up here. And then there's a basement, kind of like Skeeter's Ridge. And then some cars, things like that. So there are a few. There's already a wolf somewhere. There. Well, it's not too uncommon to run into a wolf. I try and swing a little wide and go into this basement. I don't think it'll have anything exciting, but we'll check it out real quick. It'll give us a chance to warm up, and maybe there'll be something in there. So let's just give it a quick once over. There might be some clothes or something we need. Look. Okay. Check these real quick.
This'll come in handy.
Maybe. I'm not sure if that's better or not. Just give this a little quick look. Okay. Doesn't look like there's anything else. Let's go ahead and get a new torch. Let's head out. Now, let's see if we have any hot teas left. We do. Let's drink that. One thing that some players are extraordinarily good for, or good at, like if you ever watch Styles Zach, really good at the teas. Really good at remembering to drop them and heat them up and use them. I'd say that's probably one of my weaker points in Interloper or higher. I know how to use the teas, obviously, and I do. I'm just not quite as good on the timing and remembering to drop them as other players like he is. So but you also have to remember in Interloper the teas are useful and they're good to have, but they're not as critical as they are in a non-rehealth generating mode like this. Because in Interloper, you gain your health back, so it's not as critical to have the teas constantly working. If you watch any of my Interloper play, you'll notice that I'm not afraid to let myself freeze for a while, as long as I don't get hypothermia or frostbite and lose some health, because you're going to regenerate it back. So it's just a different style of gameplay. To be honest with you, this kind of gameplay is fun. It's just not, for me, it's not as enjoyable long term as a game, because I think it's, I don't know, you're constantly having to look at everything, constantly having to watch your health. One simple mistake can be deadly, and it's the same with any game mode, any difficulty. But you know, an Interloper, if you get a little cold and you lose some health, you're not dead, you know, necessarily. You're going to be fine. This game mode, you lose health and you've lost it. So it's, I don't know, to me it's just a little less fun, you could say. Definitely more challenging, but I think we probably have enough coal, so I think I'll stop picking up coal for now. This is a really good mine for getting coal, though, if you need it. Another thing you'll probably see, I do a lot of torch chaining early game, and then as the game progresses and I get better clothing, and I get weapons, I don't torch chain as much, just because torches are actually fairly heavy. I think they're, I don't know what they are in kilos, but they're about half a pound, and you add 20 of those in your inventory, and now you got 10 pounds taken up by torches. So when I start an interloper run, you'll usually see me have a lot of torches in the beginning, and then as the run goes on, I have less and less, and I'll still keep some for starting fires until I get a high fire starting, or I don't even need them. But I'll just walk around with a bow or something, because even on interloper, if you get attacked by a wolf and you have pretty high health and decent stamina, you're going to be okay. So here we are, Desolation Point. This is a potential starting place in Interloper. You can start in Desolation Point. It's not my favorite starting point. Typically, if you start here in Interloper, I just kind of recommend looting the place as quickly as possible and getting out. It's very limited on food. It's small and very limited on resources, so especially on an interloper run. So I pretty much recommend get in here, get what you need, get out, continue on, because try and hang out here. I've tried to hang out here for a while. I spawned here on a stalker run, and I tried to stay here for like 50 days, and it was really difficult because there's just not a lot here. There's no cattails. There are deer and rabbit, obviously, but if they take a while to respawn, you're kind of out of luck, and if you don't have anything to kill the deer with, well, then it's even worse. So there'll probably be 2 wolves up here that we're going to have to worry about. Usually 2 wolves around the entrance or the walkway to the lighthouse. But the goal is to get in, loot the lighthouse, get to the Riken, and then get back out and get to Coastal Highway. Where's he at? I don't even see him. Oh, there he is. Let's see if we can't get there. We may have to run a little bit. Oops, that's not my torch. Stop it. Where's my... Jeez, I hate that. Okay, there we go. We're gonna have to run some because we only got one more torch left, and I'd rather not have to waste a match. This can be kind of a dangerous spot because the wolves can come right over these hills, and then you're right in their attack zone, so even if carrying a torch, you could be attacked. But as a general rule of thumb, once you make it to about this point, you're pretty safe. They can't come over these rocks, as far as I know. And I have never seen one go over this bridge. I'm sure they probably could, but I just haven't seen it. Get inside and get a fire started. So we don't waste this match. So we've been carrying this match since Coastal, essentially. You could think of it that way. And if we can get this fire started, then we'll have only used one match instead of having to start several fires or whatever. So that's where torch chaining really helps. That's assuming we start the fire. I think we may get one more shot if this fails, but...
Come on, little fire.
Okay, good.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Alright, we're gonna loot this place real quick, just see if we find any clothes, look for the stem. It'll warm us up while we're looting. Don't expect to find too much here, but... Okay. Let's drop some teas here.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Those will start warming up. Go upstairs and check the window seals. Sometimes there's something in there. And not left behind, which you can collect all those. They don't weigh anything, so I just grab them. But I generally don't go out of my way looking for them. Okay, there's our stem. I'm not sure if that's here on after the update or not, but
I think I can use this.
wow, my first thin wool sweater. So typically a thin wool sweater is the best sweater you can find on Interloper. Now in after the update, people have been finding even better sweaters and some caches and things like that. So like I said, I don't know if that's... There's some debate on whether that's bugs or intended, or who knows. But the point is they've been finding better sweaters than that, but typically a thin wool sweater was the best you could find. We're not even going to go up to the top. There might be like a cloth up there or something, but nothing game changing. We really got what we came for, was the stem, so let's throw some more wood on here. I'm going to take torches now. Now we're going to head over to the Riken and the Grave. Depending on how cold it is and the weather. Unless we get really cold and we need to start a fire, or the weather turns really bad, we're just going to grab the Grave and leave. And not even stop at the Riken. Torch is probably gonna, yeah, that's what I thought. You can go down this way. Yeah, so you can see your firewood. I think the wind is blowing in our face like always. If you hug the outside of the ice here, you're usually pretty safe. Wolves can come out this far, but they're typically a little closer into land. Fortunately, we got the wind blowing right in our face, which doesn't help. Hey, Tash, how are you? Welcome in. Good to see ya. Here I am, streaming for Tash, so that she has something to watch at work. Tea. I kind of feel like they've over-exaggerated this wind. Like, I get if walking in the wind maybe took more energy and more calories or something, but it shouldn't slow you down this much, where you're practically crawling. Like, I think you should walk the same speed, but it takes more energy or something. It's just a little ridiculous how the wind hits and all of a sudden you're crawling like a snail. It's just my personal opinion. Okay. So we got that grave. We're just gonna head straight out of Desolation Point. There's no reason to go around looting anything else here. We got the grave, we got the stem. That's all we really want. There's Matt's truck over there next to that bridge. Kind of hard to see it. But I don't know who Matt is, but obviously he drove off that bridge and his truck's over there. Assuming it's one of the Hinterland team, and maybe he got in a car accident or something, or I don't know. Or maybe it's just a random person. Who knows? Alright, better get a torch ready. Probably gonna run into a wolf or two. It's going to be interesting to see where they place the wildlife on the wildlife refresh. They move them around a lot, or just a little. But anyways, Tash, how you doing? How's... I'm assuming it's Monday for you. See the wolf right there. He's standing there like a weirdo. Come on. Hey. Oh, really? Hey, Wolfie. There you go. I'll get your attention so I can scare you. Yeah, well, I understand. Unfortunately, I haven't won the lottery here, so I gotta work sometimes too. Well, lots of times. Well, we should be obviously able to make it at Desolation Point, probably through Crumbling Highway. We may have to take a nap somewhere. We're a little tired. So we just got the one grave left in Timberwolf Mountain. We'll head that way and grab that grave, and we'll be done with the challenge. You can go up this way to the stone church if you want. Usually nothing exciting up there, but alright. There shouldn't be any predators in our way now. Couldn't. Unless the wolf I scared earlier ran up this way, but I'd be surprised. We're just going to take a nice little stroll through the mine here. Let's see, is that tea still warm? Probably not. Nope. I don't think so. Alright, we're about to go in the mine and get warm anyway, so. No big deal. Well, Tash, how's your Voyager run going? I haven't caught you for a couple days, so you still doing well on that? Alright, well, let's just head on through here. I don't think we need any coal. I think we're pretty... at 21 coal. We got more than enough coal. If for some reason we run out of coal, which we won't, we can always grab more in the next mine. Cinder Hills mine. That is a good part about Desolation Point is you got this mine and you got the other connector mine in Desolation Point, so you can get a lot of coal around here. But oh, okay, yeah, well, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, the only other game that I've streamed so far is a little bit of Goat Simulator. But I did download Stranded Deep. I haven't tried it yet, but I'll probably try that sometime. We may... How many days is it? I'd really rather not. I think we can make it through. Crumbling highway into coastal. Might just drink this cup of coffee I got. Yeah, weren't you having a like a 100 follower celebration stream or something like that, Tash? I think that's what I heard you say, that you were gonna do that.
I'm gonna need to rest soon.
Alright, let's drink this coffee. Get some stamina back. It is my only coffee, but nice. Well, congratulations on reaching the 100 mark. It is definitely an achievement. So yeah, we're gonna just keep going through Crumbling here, hopefully not run into any wolves, and head into Coastal, and probably try and make it to the Quonset hut to spend the night there. And then from the Quonset, we'll head up to the mine and into... Really? Where are you at? Where are you? Hello, Wolfie. Oh, there you are. Have a large detection range you had there. Come here. Really? Go away. Don't have time to play with you, Wolfie. I have other things to do. Silly wolf. Oh, see? Now the wind's starting to pick up. Uh-oh. Oh, here goes my torch. Run, Astrid! Run! Oh, don't you restart. Oh my gosh, go away. Nobody loves you. You're just a wolf. And my torch went out. Go away, wolf. Sure. And I got the wind in my face. Thanks, Longdark. Of course, why wouldn't I? I may not have a choice in this one. It's coming a little too fast. Alright, come on. Let's do this. Make me waste a flare. Why do you make me do these things? I didn't want to, but you made me. Alright. Try to be nice to some wolves, but no. I only got 3 flares left. Thanks a lot. That's alright. I shouldn't run into that many bears. Maybe 2 at the most. I know, right? All you had to do was just go back on the ice and hang out. But no. Gosh. He's such a hothead, especially in the end. Okay, unfortunately we got the wind right in our face. Well, I guess maybe we might run into 3 bears if we run into the one that comes up on the road, but hopefully not. See if it's warm in his car. A little windy to start a fire. It is warm. Let's take an hour nap just to warm up and get a little bit of energy back. And hopefully the wind will die. That's good too. Alright. That's better. See the bear, so not sure where he's at. Hopefully not too close. Try to save our sprint for if we really need it from a bear or a wolf, but so there's these waterside cottages or houses over here. If you play Interloper or or higher difficulty, they're pretty much, I think they're always burnt down. I don't think there's, if you get lucky, there might be one up, but on Stalker or Voyager or something, there's usually at least one, if not all of them, built. I think we're safe from this bear over here. I don't see him. So, I'll just keep going this way and hope I don't see any wolves either. I know, Astrid. I know. It's getting cold, but we're going to get someplace safe so you can be warm and have a nice bed, some food. All the good things that Astrid loves. I think this region is generally a pretty good region to survive late game. Got plenty of resources. I'd say the one thing I don't like about it is how many blind spots there are. And you come over a little tiny hill and there's a wolf there that can attack you, or a bear. Other than that, though, I mean, you got the fishing, which is great. Plenty of rabbits. Once it does make a good base, except for all the predators around it. You can have a bear, a moose, several wolves. But I guess that's food too. So.
I could eat a horse.
No horses though, Astrid. I don't think horses would last long here. I think they'd either die from starvation or get eaten. I think it'd be cooler if you said something like, I could eat a bear, or I could eat a moose. Yeah, it is kind of a rough area, you know, but you come out ready to fight with your flare pistol, let them know you mean business, you're the boss, yeah, you can generally make it all right.
I need to find a place to rest.
We're almost there, Astrid. Yeah, well, you know, we're gonna skip these cars for now and just try and head in. Okay. Now we're safe. Let's see what we can find in here. What do we got? Granola bar, peaches. There, some chips. Cash register. Nothing. Usually there's a flare or two on that shelf, but guess not. Oh. Look like, maybe. Is that a soda in there? Yeah, it is. Nothing there. Let's grab this water. First aid kit. Book we don't need. We always want to check underneath these tires pretty well. There can be tools. Usually not on interloper, but I have found like a hatchet or a knife or something underneath these before. Or on top of these boxes. You got this little basin here. Sometimes it's potable, sometimes it's not. So, just make sure you're looking what it says before you take it.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Yeah, I guess we'll take it. Hacksaw we don't need. We're gonna have to go through our inventory. I think we got too many sewing kits. I was wondering what that sound is. There we go.
Well, this stuff will come in
I'm hearing
handy.
these weird sounds. I forgot to turn the TV sound off. So I'm hearing it in my TV and my headphones. Alright, we'll just finish searching this place real quick, and then we'll eat and drink and get some sleep.
I'm starving.
Astrid, you're starving, you're thirsty, you're cold, tired, you're everything. Don't need these tools. Okay. Not a whole lot here. That's alright. I don't need a whole lot, so... Go ahead and put that away, and we are going to go ahead and eat.
I just need to close my eyes.
Start off with the heavy stuff. Peaches. Slight chance we get food poisoning from these next two, but pretty low chance. Okay. Chips. I should be okay with that. Okay. Top off the water. Let's get some sleep. Get a little bit more sleep so our energy's all the way up. Okay. Sounds a little windy and nasty out there. You're gonna start a fire. That way we can grab some torches. Astrid, I said we're gonna start a fire, Astrid, so we can grab torches. You didn't hear me.
Come on, little fire. Perfect.
Okay, there we go. I think we got some teas to make as well. And let's drop some teas to warm up. Now, some players will just drop every single tea they have. Obviously, they're not going to stay warm long enough and to use them all, but I don't know. I usually only drop 2 or 3. By the time you get through that third one, typically they're all cold anyways, so that's just me. Feel free to do it however you desire. Okay, well, those are doing okay. Any more teas to cook? Yep. That's the last of our teas to cook. Let's take a look at what we can get rid of on our inventory. If anything. That. Definitely don't need this many sewing kits. Don't need an extra whetstone. I don't see a whole lot that we can get rid of right off the top of my head. Yeah, like I said, it just depends. If you watch like Zach plays pretty popular and really good at the game. When he drops his teas, he'll drop every single tea that he has. So we'll have this big pile of teas. I just know that even if it's really cold, by the time you get through about your third tea, the rest are going to be cold anyways, so why not just drop a couple? I guess the thing is, if you drop them all, then it doesn't matter which one you grab when you're cold. You don't have to search for it. You can just grab whichever one and it'll be warm. So I guess that is kind of an advantage, but I don't know. As I said, just different styles of play, or not that one's right or wrong. Give me good torches, come on. That's not a good torch. That one's good. I'll take that torch. But I like to see good torches. That one's okay. That one's not good. That one's not good. There's a good torch. Take that. And what? That one's okay. So let's take our teas. And how heavy are we? 87? Okay, that's not horrible. Yeah, it's not... Teas aren't as necessary on, like, Stalker or Voyager. It's really when you hit the Interloper that they're... They get really kind of necessary. But even on Interloper, you can go quite a ways without them. It's these game modes where you don't heal where they're really important, because you don't want to stop every 5 seconds and start a new fire, so... Once I start my Interloper play, you'll see a lot of times I forget to even drop teas. Alright, so we do got to be careful. There can be a bear that goes up and down this road here. So we'll drink our first tea here pretty soon. Just want to get up here, make sure the bear's not right around this corner.
Snow if the hypothermia wouldn't kill me.
You know, the good news is, Astrid, you don't have to eat snow. But you do have to drink a hot tea. But yeah, Tash, you'll get your own kind of playing style, your own kind of what you like to do and don't like to do. As has been said before, as long as you're still alive, you're playing the game right. Particularly fond of this fog, but I guess we don't have much of a choice in that. Might be a bear in front of us. I can't tell. You can usually hear the bear grunting and walking. hear him, so I think we're okay. Unless he's being exceptionally quiet for my... so that he can sneak up on me and eat me. I don't really recommend going out in the fog if you can avoid it, unless you know the map pretty well. It's just easy to get lost. Blizzards are even worse. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've done a circle in a blizzard. Thinking I'm going one way, and then eventually after 10 minutes I find my own tracks where I just made a big huge circle. So another thing you'll see people do with these torches is when they go to change torches, they'll go in their inventory and select the lowest quality one first, because if you don't do that and you just go through the radial menu, it'll select the highest quality one. Which there's some strategic value to selecting the low quality one. It gets rid of weight faster. And you leave your better torches for later, but I don't know, I'm not a fan of having my inventory screen up because it doesn't pause the game. So when you're in your inventory you can get attacked. I try and stay out of that screen as much as possible unless I'm inside. Yeah, I don't really go out in blizzards unless I have to. Or I get caught in one. But yeah, if it's a blizzard, you're best off just staying inside, waiting until it passes. That and auroras. Don't go outside in auroras unless, like, you have absolutely no choice. See, I'm sure all my teas are cold now. It's been too long. Yep. That's alright. But even when you're really experienced, Tash, and you know the maps really well, it's really easy to get lost in a blizzard. You'll see some of the best players go out there or get caught in one, and really easy to get turned around. Especially in something that doesn't have a lot of terrain features. Oh yeah, you get Aurora Wolves. You sure do. And Voyager, oh yes. Aurora Wolves and Aurora Bears. Yeah, that's generally the best policy. If there's an Aurora, just stay indoors. Someplace safe. I think, I have a feeling that that might change a little bit. Because they're introducing that transponder or shortwave radio or whatever they're going to call it. And I have a feeling that that's only going to work during auroras or glimmer fog. And so that might be their attempt to try and get people to go out in auroras more. But we'll see. It'd have to be a pretty decent reward for the, you know, you'd take that risk though, because the chances of getting munched on is just too high. Alright, well, made it to the mine, so we'll go through here. There should be a stim in here. I think it's still in here in the update? I'm not sure, 100%. Okay, here. But if the stim is in here, it's in, what, 1 of 3 spots? Something like that. Else.
Man, I could use a drink.
Could you now, Astrid? Could you use a drink? What would you use said drink for? So, stim can be over here on one of these shelves. I think it's... oh, it's right there, but it can be over here. If it's not there, there's a couple other places it can be. Like I said, this is pre-DLC update, so I can't remember if that's changed or not.
Take it.
Actually, those gloves are usually better than fleece gloves, if I remember. Yeah. We're not picking up any coal. We don't really need it. Trying to remember the third place the stim can be. Maybe back on those shelves. I know the other one's up the stairs on that little ledge. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's like on one of these boxes or something. But yeah, the stim can also be kind of over there by that box. You just got to go around to get to it. But there's another spot the stim could be. I suppose we should probably drink something here. Get rid of these sodas. Give us some hydration and calories. There we go. double whammy. I know what you're saying. No whammies, no whammies. From an old game show. Probably before most people's time. And this little, was it a wheel or a, almost like a slot machine, I think. And they had these little creatures called whammies. And if you got one, it was bad. So they'd always be like, no whammies, no whammies. I think it was probably like a 70s or 80s game show. I don't remember exactly. Alright. Pleasant Valley. Yes. Weather's actually pretty nice for Pleasant Valley, so we're just going to walk up the road, actually. We don't need to go anywhere else. Chance we'll run into the bear. Actually, a pretty high chance we'll run into the bear on the road, because that bear loves to find me. I don't think there's ever a run where that bear doesn't find me. We'll head to Timberwolf. We should actually... Yeah. Unless something weird happens, we get caught in a really long blizzard or something, we should be able to end this challenge in this stream. We don't have that far to go. The last grave is by Timberwolf, by Mountaineer's Hut. Yeah, the bears do like me. I am kind of a huggable kind of guy, I guess. And a little wolfie. Hi, little wolfie. Oh, we're going to come back around. Okay, we're going to do this, I can tell. Come on. I'm surprised you haven't spotted me yet. The wolves are slacking. There we go. Come here, wolfie. Bye-bye, wolfie. It'll be interesting to see if during the wildlife refresh and revamp, if they take this torch trick out. That would change the game fundamentally. I don't think they will, but if they did, that would, yeah, that would change a lot. Alright, well, let's just head up this here road. We're not even going to search the plane crash or anything, there's no point. With there only being one grave left. We can just go for it. I don't know. Yeah, it really would. So down this road is just a dead end. Just my personal speculation that this is technically the way that would have gone towards Perseverance Mills eventually. But it's blocked off. Which is why Astrid had to go through the mine. But that's just my personal opinion. I have nothing really to back that up. mean, I actually think that Perseverance Mills is kind of near Desolation Point, a little bit north of it, along the coast there. I think that's where that's going to end up being, but I could be wrong. I think we'll start a fire in this little cabin over here that's destroyed. There's a stove in there. Drop some teas and warm up. Coal, sticks. Let's drop some teas. Guess we could search this guy. Not the crate, that guy. So anyways, I think Perseverance Mills is going to be kind of north of Desolation Point. That's just my kind of guess. Along that coastline. So I think technically that road from Pleasant Valley was supposed to connect over to it. The railroad track and coastal highway is supposed to connect, and then the road going out of Desolation Point is supposed to connect. That's where I think Perseverance Mills is going to be. But I could be wrong. Just based on all the stuff from all the episodes. But I suppose we'll find out late this year or early next year, whenever they release episode 5. Alright, let's see what torches we got. Get rid of any bad ones. Only 5. Okay, we don't have any horrible torches. Guess we can go ahead and eat something. Still got 98 cattails. So another thing you have to be wary of, you'll hear about the stick trick, where you drop a stick, and the stick always points north, or towards the top of the map. It's not always true, because we're in Pleasant Valley, and the stick is pointing more towards the mine, which is kind of the north east of the map. Most maps it points towards the top pretty much, but there's a couple maps where it doesn't, so it always bothers me when I hear people say, oh, the stick always points towards the top of the map. It doesn't. It always points the same way on each map, but it's not always necessarily towards the top. Oh, no. No problem, Tash. Get your cheese and crackers.
And this pack is getting kind of heavy.
We'll just grab a couple more torches. We'll probably have to drop them. That's a bad torch. To get up to Timberwolf, but that's not a good torch either. Give me a good torch. I don't know. Okay. We're warmed up. The weather's nice. A little bit of fog, but no winds, no snow. Starting to hit that bear's territory, though, so we got to be a little bit more careful. Really don't want to get mauled by a bear so close to the end of the challenge. And then I got to think of what I want to do for the next, what, 10 days or so? Until the update hopefully hits. So I'm not really sure what I want to do. I still do have that Hunted Forever run going on, but has been getting a little tougher to continue on with it because I've been through every region. And we're only on day 40. Oh, bear tracks. Well, good news is he was going the opposite way we were going, so we shouldn't run into him. He must have went down the hill. Yeah, looks like he came out of his cave and went down the hill. Nothing more exciting than walking along and finding bear tracks in your path. Always a good sign. I think that means he's down there and probably down by the river more. So we should be safe. We're just walking around. I don't think he crosses this bridge. It's a different bear that's up by the plane crash if he spawns.
That guy who drank his own pee doesn't seem so crazy right now.
I'm not gonna lie, Astrid, that guy is kind of crazy. He seems to enjoy drinking his own pee. He does it on pretty much every show that he's on. Just to show you I can drink my own pee. I'm gonna do it. I think he just likes drinking his own pee, which, I mean, have to each their own, but... At some point you gotta wonder, okay, is this really a survival show, or are you just for you to get naked and drink your pee? Seem to enjoy doing that. Anyways, we're going to head towards the abandoned prepper's cache here. And we'll probably take a quick stop in there to warm up. And we don't really have time for a nap. We are kind of low on stamina. However, we do have 2 stems, so we'll probably just stem up the rope and then stem to the grave instead of dragging it out, spending the night. I think that'll be the plan. But we'll have to drop some weight. Welcome back, Tash. It's always a good thing to enjoy your crackers and cheese by the long dark. I do have some crackers that I can enjoy with you. Let's see. Yep, I got some crackers, but I don't have any cheese, unfortunately. Alright, we don't really need anything in here. I just want to go through our inventory and drop enough weight that we can climb the rope there. First off, let's get a drink. Alright, we are not going to need... Well, first off, let's refresh our torch. Oh, I figured. I didn't figure you were just like taking random crackers and cheese breaks. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what your work is, but it'd be kind of cool if they're just like, cracker and cheese break time. We're actually under once we stem, so I guess we don't really need to drop anything else. So maybe we'll just, well, alright. It doesn't really matter if we get cold at this point. We're so close, even if we started freezing right away and we ran all the way to the Mountaineer's hut, we'd be fine, so. We're going to stem up the rope. Instead of, I don't have any coffee, so I'd have to sleep, gain energy, and I just don't feel like wasting the time. Alright, Timberwolf Mountain. We just gotta basically make it to the lake. The grave is right along the lake there. Actually, the first time I completed this challenge, I got the Timberwolf Mountain or blizzard hit, and I couldn't find the grave for anything, so I had to spend a whole other day in the Mountaineer's hut waiting for the blizzard to pass to find the stupid grave.
I'd lay down right here. I thought I'd ever wake up again.
So the only real threat, it could be a couple wolves. And there's a moose spawn that can be in our way, so those are the only things that are really in our way as far as predators. Shouldn't be any bears. Well, there aren't any bears. Bears don't come this far. So there's our landing gear. Oh, by the way, in case you didn't know, the plane crash on the summit of Timberwolf Mountain is a different plane than the one that's in Pleasant Valley. Two totally different planes. So, just in case you were curious on that. Alright, I think we have another one, don't we? Another stem? Might as well... Oh, we got two more. Ooh. Might as well use them. We don't get to keep them once we hit this last grave. So we're coming up to a moose spawn, potential moose spawn. Usually he's kind of over there if he's here, but I don't see him. Oh, no problem, Tash. Yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff to see. But it's going to take a while of just going through and mapping and learning the maps. You can use one of those map apps if you want. It shows you kind of the location and everything, but I don't know. It's up to you. Some people don't like to, some people do. Anyways, here's the last grave. See any bears or wolves?
Have a little sleep right here.
Scared someone. Come here, Wolfie. Oh. By the way, here's a little trick if you're with the using the flare gun, because typically if you fire a flare, it doesn't automatically reload. So when you fire it, if you hold down the reload, it reloads automatically if you hold down the reload button. But anyways, there we go. There's our last grave. Okay, well, a little bit slower than our best time, but still I think somewhat respectable. All right, well, thank you. Yeah, that completes this challenge. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do the next 10 days until the update hopefully drops for Xbox. I don't know. I'll try and figure something out. But I want to thank everyone for joining me. Thank you all for your support and follows. If you enjoy what you saw and you want to see some more, please feel free to give me a follow. And I will see everyone on another episode of The Long Dark. Let's see who's on. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of people on, surprisingly. Yeah. I only see... The only person I see really is Kim Yoda. So I guess we'll go ahead and raid Kimmy. But yeah, thank you for joining me. We'll go ahead and send everyone over to Kim Yoda. If you don't know him, he's amazing at the long dark. He's got this down to a science, so always a good person to watch for tips. But I appreciate all of you, and we will see you next time. If you have any suggestions for any challenges or anything, just go ahead and send me a little whisper or whatever, and see if we can't figure something out. But with that, have a good day. Have a good day at work, Tash. And I'm sure I will see you later on when you stream, either today or tomorrow or whatever.